What is up, guys? Scorpion K3 here, and we are back again with another episode of Octopath Traveler. Last time, we acquired our buddy Therian, finished his quest, and now we are headed down to interact with our buddy Alfyn. I was trying to do something a little cheeky earlier, but it didn't work out, and I almost died. So, we're just going to continue south, like was originally intended, and fight things along the way.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Do some axing, ask them some questions, the important ones at least.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I do love a fight where I win without them being able to do anything. Who's first? You? Didn't quite destroy him. I'm actually vaguely surprised by that. Oh, you're almost dead, though. There we go. Put him down. Now, what do these guys even do? Oh, they've got a spear attack. Yeah, I'll grab one. Yes. We will get rid of the mossy meat because we have party members, so we can do healing without worrying about it. And that feels like an unnecessary... Let's just chop the ever-loving crap out of him. Addlewart. So you get lots of like little consumable bits that aren't particularly useful until you get Alfyn, because he can do this thing called concoct, where you mix it. Wait. Yeah.
I'll make this quick.
Anyways, where you can mix stuff together, and who's going first? You. And create effects. So like you can do party heals, poisoning foes, elemental attacks on foes. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with Alfyn's concoct ability. It's actually pretty powerful for such a low cost thing. Let's head on down. Wait, where was that treasure chest? Didn't I see treasure chest?
Letting us begin.
Ooh, we ran into a new type of enemy. Not vulnerable to bows, it would seem. How about daggers? No. Is he going to be vulnerable to sword and axe, just like the other one? Sword. Axe. So that's a yes. Now, as you can see, I talked about it in the last episode, but they're two different enemies, because one of them is Cliff Birdian 2 and one of them's Cliff Birdian 1, so depending on what type of enemy, it affects how visible things are. The vulnerabilities, I should specify. Let's do a big chop on him. And so eventually you can learn literally like everyone's ability. Oh, this is the way to the chest. I thought I had to go down below to get to the chest, but no. Inspiring Plum, not a big deal. Although we keep fighting these Birdians, which I don't mind. Attack with axe on this guy. And sword on this one. Now they don't get a turn to attack. And we definitely do. So, let's just do big chops. Rinse and repeat for much destruction and generalized fun. And we shall head down. Is that the... Ooh, it's one of those cat guys. So... Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's pray this works. Nope, he gets away. That's that. Wait, what? Vigilance? I've never seen him do that. I've only ever seen him immediately run away. Hunter skills. Now, if we do that to him, he'll act last. Okay. Thief skills. HP thief? We actually stunned him. which I've never managed to do before, which is kind of hilarious. Yeah, he got defeated, so now we're going to get a huge level up. Finding those guys is fantastic for me, because that means I have to spend that much less time doing a time-lapse grind session. Yeah, look at that, Therian just rolling up them levels. He was like level 6 before, and now he's level 15, which is fantastic news. Learn skills for him. We're gonna do Steel SP because it's another double dagger skill. And it unlocked a support skill for him, which is not particularly that interesting. Whenever he does a non-damaging attack, he might steal HP. Whoop. Ooh, let's not go into the carrion caves with a danger level of 20. Although, we are close to that level, but I'd still rather not die. Why do I feel like I went the wrong way? I think I might have gone the wrong way. But hey, I found a cave, which is cool. And we found that cat boy, so we were able to level up a whole bunch. You, stun you. I wish they were vulnerable to arrows, because then I would be able to rain of arrows them, but beggars can't be choosers. Go ahead and crack his egg. I wonder if they're vulnerable to spear. Because normally, if they're vulnerable to an element, it'll show the vulnerable thing. I guess you can't really see this one. But at the tail end of his vulnerable thing, it would show another square after weapons, because they go weapons first, then elementals. So if they have weapon vulnerabilities and something to the right of that, there's a chance that that is spell elemental weaknesses. Just something to get used to while you're fighting. And it allows you to kind of discern what they may or may not have without really having to invest a bunch of time into spamming attacks, I guess would be the best way to phrase it. And it's really good to remember when you're facing bosses, because you'll see you'll see a weapon hit, and then you'll be able to see after that they have vulnerabilities after the weapon, but none of your weapons seem to be working. Probably means they have an elemental weakness instead. Good things to remember when you're facing a boss for the first time. If you didn't die to it and it's a fresh fight, then hey, it's something to remember and can help you out in the long run. More of the hyena boys. I would really like to run into another one of the cat boys, because they do so much good work. Hunter skills, rain of arrows, because if we get a few hits, yeah, there we go. They both end up stunned. And you just do big dagger. Axe him, or shoot him a question. I was going to say axe him a question, but that doesn't apply here, because they're not vulnerable to axe. It's basically what that is. Now, oh, we gotta cross the bridge and then head south. That's where I went wrong. But hey, in the process, I got loot and killed one of those cat dudes, so worked out. Also, I didn't even think about using... Well, I guess normally I don't have the opportunity to use leg hold trap on an enemy. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever had fate line up in a way where I was able to use that ability on the Catboy before, which is cool that I got to experience that for the first time on my channel, but also I wish it would have shown up before, so I knew that as like a forethought, so that I could intentionally do it instead of stumble across it on accident. And with Hannah's ability, she's got a higher chance of going first. So the theoretical effectiveness. Oh, hey, look, there's another one. This is great news. Thief skills. Let's pray this works. Missed both of them. Is he gonna run? Yep, that's unfortunate. I do hate missing out on that opportunity. There's also a few, and that's why I want the mage, because he's got big AoE double taps that'll hit everyone twice, and it does a pretty good job of hitting that cat guy too. I'm kind of annoyed that Therian managed to miss both of his strikes, and that the cat guy got away. Because I definitely wanted to get another big level up bonus, because it's so nice finding them. Do any of our beasts have an AoE strike? No, not capture. Summon beast. I mean, the forest ratkin does, but it doesn't. Actually, let's check to see if these guys have. Yep, they're vulnerable to lance. I was curious, and curiosity must be sated, at least in my life, because if I don't find out, it'll bug my brain forever. Now, am I going to work and try and figure out what the birds are vulnerable to as well? No. Because it's probably also lance, given the evidence of the area. Everything in a zone seems to kind of share a weakness. Who has more health? You do? Let's annihilate you then. But it seems like enemies share a weakness in an overlapping sort of way, so enemies in a certain area seem to be weaker to a certain subset, blah-de-blah, extrapolate data, overstating things of annoyance. But is there something hidden back here? No. But with the addition of Therian, we can open up all those specialized chests that have a certain effect on our party in general. So that's definitely a nice thing to always make sure to have, is Therian. He is quite useful. I would suggest either starting with him or making him your second party member because of his abilities. And just the access to all those locked chests, I will say, is quite convenient. There's some pretty good loot that you'll find in them. So all you need is Therian, and boom jams, you're good. You have access to those things. Ooh, that is a very angry murder hornet. Not vulnerable to arrows, it would seem. How about if we give him a little... I was going to say sting, because we had a stinging dagger, but it's not actually equipped. Cool, vulnerable to sword. Now you, are you vulnerable to axe? No. Are you vulnerable to sword? Also no. Did we already shoot him with a bow? We might have, but either way, he's not vulnerable to it, which is kind of worrying. So he must have either spear, stave, or pure elemental weaknesses, which is kind of annoying. Beast lore capture. Yeah, let's just go ahead and capture him. Oh, he's only a 1 strength. Never mind. Actually, beast lore, summon beast. We got a little eggling that does lance damage. Oh, well. He deals damage with lances, but isn't necessarily a lance vulnerable. Gotcha. I assume that since he used lance, he might have been weak to it. Oh well. We don't have any stave users yet. Does Alfyn have staves? No, I think he's just pure axe, right? I honestly don't remember. I do know that he does just fantastic damage, so I love having him in my party. Oh, wait, we have fire. Are you weak to fire? No. It bugs me that I have zero idea what that dude is weak to. Are you weak to axe? You are, so that's convenient. Let's go ahead and put down the stingy boy, because I don't like having him around. Yeah, I guess thief kills steel? Nah. Let's just hit him with our sword. I think, is our sword our currently most damaging weapon? I always forget which of the 2 weapons I have is the more damaging one when facing off enemies without a vulnerability. I need to get better about remembering my weapons. Because I'm just like, hey, oh wait, we gotta loop back around to get that chest. Oh, I missed a chest, and that can't stand. Ooh, froggy guys. I like that they're standing there with their tongues out. It's gross feeling. Hunter skills. Rain of arrows. If you're vulnerable to bow, you're not. I was gonna say, if you're vulnerable to bow, you're both gonna have your armors broken, but then...
Out of my way.
Then maybe sword? Yeah, vulnerable to sword.
Let my arrow fly.
How about axe? Yeah. I do like it when they're weak to things I am strong with. Do some big chops, and then we will take out this boy and continue on. And in just a second, we will figure out what to do. But I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, we are back. I had to take a quick phone call. Sorry about that. It happens on occasion. I mean, I could have not mentioned it, but there's going to be a jump cut, and I'd rather just be honest about why there's a jump cut.
I'll make this quick.
Transparency in recording, or something to that effect. I don't know. But now we will continue on and head down to get our buddy Alfyn. I totally forgot what I was talking about. The need for Therian. I know I mentioned that because he's really, really useful. I feel like there was something else I was going to talk about, but got sidetracked. Yeah, you know, things happen. Ooh, Hannah has enough job points to get her next skill, so that is definitely something I should do. I think Arrow Storm, because this is like her Rain of Arrows, but instead of targeting one enemy, it targets all of them, so it's a big AoE bow attack. So something I am quite in support of. And increases her critical because of her next support skill. Did you have the ability to get... No, you're also up to 500. And, getting close. That's another thing that you could... Wait, I was going to talk to her. Steel? And maybe? Yeah, we got away with it. Let's go ahead and equip that. Increase her evasion, so she'll be able to dodge more and get hit less, which is always good. Well, I was going to save game, but sure. These guys aren't vulnerable to arrow, but I think I'm going to do an arrow attack just to show it off. Because I really like Arrow Storm. I use it quite a bit. As you can see, it's just a giant wave of arrows that rain down on your enemies. Once you get her with some higher level bows, and maybe I suggest something that increases her accuracy, because the rain of arrows isn't... Those AoE arrow attacks aren't super accurate. So if you boost her accuracy, they become really, like... If they had all hit and had a more damaging bow, it would have wiped out that entire field of enemies in just one strike. So it's always good to keep track of accuracy bonuses, and anytime you can increase the accuracy with her, I would say make sure and do it. Her AoEs, that's Clearbrook. Wait, that's where we wanted to go. I was like, do we want to go there? Yeah, that's like the whole mission of where we were trying to go, brain. Steel... Okay, so we auto-saved right before coming... So that you auto-save when you enter new areas. So I'm going to go ahead and try and steal that. Got it first try. Heck yes. So we will equip that to our lady. And you'll notice her elemental attack goes down, but we don't really use her for elemental stuff. So that doesn't affect me. But her physical attack jumps up by a whole bunch. So now her axe is... a real danger axe. She is danger axe. I thought it was funny. Healing grape. Steal from you. Got away with them both. So let's go ahead and... Wait, what did I just steal? Armor. Let's equip armor to him. Just an all-around boost, and what else do we get? We got increased defense. Yeah, let's make him a little more tanky. his HP is, I would say, lower by comparison. Comparatively lower. We will talk to you in just a sec, Alfyn, but we are first going to check the store. Cleaver, not as powerful. Okay, cool. Kite shields are good. Arcane knife? Wait, what kind of knife does Therian have? Oh, that's what he has, so not super useful for him. But this is more powerful than other things. Can't steal from you. Can we steal from you? Yes. Whoops. Yeah. If you screw up too much, the town will hate you and you won't be able to use your stealing abilities and such things. Steal from you? Why do you care so much about your healing grapes? Let's go ahead and open this. Dubious gold ore. Oh, I assume that's for selling. Well, let's go ahead and just talk to Alfyn and get started on that. So, the story with Alfyn is the dude just to the right of where we currently are. It's his buddy. Well, the kid inside, there's a kid inside the house and she's sick. She got bit by a viper trying to go get flowers for Alfyn. And yeah, that's basically it. So now we gotta go kill the viper in order to acquire the necessary reagents to create a healing potion. Zeph's sister. Yeah. Oh. I don't know why I forgot that it literally just reads it out for you. Yes, take him along, hear the beginning of the tale. No, thanks, it's kind of boring. That is my one, like, complaint about this game is that initial part of the quest, need to be level 10 or higher, it's kind of boring. Discount at the end. So you use his intel ability and it'll get you discounts. It'll sometimes reveal the location of hidden loot. It's just all around pretty useful. Wait, what? Oh, that just lets me examine my pets. I was like, what is this examining ability? But yeah, that's my only complaint. Excuse me, I'm dying in here. Is that initial story is kind of boring. Inquire a hidden item. See? It reveals hidden items. Steal. Do you have anything worth stealing? I mean, it's a 100% chance. Might as well steal it. Did I just steal from a little old lady? Yes. Do I feel bad? No. This is a video game, and I will steal and acquire all the loot I possibly need to. Ooh, please don't... Yeah. Inquire. None. Okay. Equipment. We'll go ahead and give you the iron vest because it's just a giant upgrade from your current loot. Give you the arcane axe is better. Okay, so even though he's level 1, right? They start him at level 1. Yeah. We've given him some gear to make him far more survivable and or useful. Why is that an area I can travel? Don't give me paths without chests. I don't want stupid items. Who is going first? Because we want... Yeah. Well, oh, that's a different one. God dang it. I didn't even notice in time. So we will sword you.
Here goes nothing.
And he has apothecary skills. Oh, right. He has the ice ability built in. And they are vulnerable to ice. So that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and have you ice him again so we break his armor. And then while everyone is vulnerable, we will charge up and do a nice big ol' AoE arrow strike. Yeah! And even though we barely needed to do anything, she still managed to miss several times. Because that's how inaccurate Arrow Storm really is. Healing Grape, cool. So we are headed to the cave where the Viper allegedly exists. And we will be able to fight it once we get there. I really want to know what else these guys are vulnerable to besides axe. So that's something to take into consideration.
All right. All right.
Alfyn's weak little chops are heavily mitigated by the fact that we had a nice powerful axe prepared for him.
Don't start.
And now we will see what lies in the cave ahead. But for now, I'm going to do a quick pause again. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. My roommates needed me. This is a very interrupty episode. What can you do? Life doesn't always roll out perfectly, so you know, best to roll with the punches. Thankfully, all it takes is a quick little pause, and I won't have to edit much. I'll just have to compile the episodes. He's vulnerable to dagger this whole time, and I didn't even try... Did I not try dagger on him? Well, obviously I didn't. I'm sure someone, assuming this gets watched by many, will be screaming about the fact that he was vulnerable to dagger the whole time, and I just didn't try... Well, I didn't actually mean to target you, but that's okay. This guy's gonna go down, ooh, so fast. That steel axe is quite powerful, and it's just great to have. Continuing on. Hit the save. Always. So I'm the type of person who saves at every single opportunity, often several times. I refuse. I have lost so many hours of gameplay because my arrogant butt decided it will... I don't need to save, I'll be fine, and then got viciously punished by an enemy, like a named enemy or a champion or something, and died horribly, and lost like 3 or 4 hours of content because it had been that long since I saved. So nowadays I save at every opportunity, almost ad nauseum, like almost to the point of ridiculousness. Every time I will cross a save threshold, unless I just saved, you're probably going to see me save. Because I hate losing hours of content. Or hours of progress. I mean, technically also content, because then I would have to redo all of it. And either I'd have to choose to do that off camera, or I'd have to do it... I would probably do it in a time lapse, so it wouldn't be actual lost. Either way, let's Aerostorm. They're not vulnerable to bows. I was really hoping they were. Because that would have been really nice. Fire sand. Ooh, they're fire snakes. What are they actually called? Red vipers. Okay. Weak to axe makes sense. We're in Alfyn's starting mission, so... And also weak to sword. That's another thing to remember. When you're in the new area doing a mission, the enemies are probably weak to the main character just because... You can start as anybody, so they need to balance the enemies in the area to be defeatable with a reasonable challenge by the main character that you pick. So no matter who you start as, it should be vaguely... Ooh, these are new guys. I hope you're vulnerable to axe, because Alfyn, you're not. Oh, so you're probably vulnerable to ice. Not vulnerable to dagger? How about bow? No.
Out of my way.
How about fire? Yeah, vulnerable to fire. How about lightning? Not vulnerable to lightning. So you're probably vulnerable to fire and ice, if I had to wager a guesstimate. Blinding cloud? No. Knock it off. Yep, also vulnerable to ice. We've got the blindness debuff on us, so I'm just gonna go for big choppy swings, because sometimes you don't need to worry about vulnerability if you just smash the crap out of their faces. Alfyn's leveling up at a decently quick pace, so that's convenient for me. Injurious Dust. Eventually I'll use his concoct ability. Oh, let's go get this chest up here. I just haven't really felt the need. I suppose I'll do it in the next fight just to show it off. Because I use it very well, actually, I do have kind of a need for it right now, because Hannah is out of SP. We were weak to sword. Let's do you. That way we interrupt the flow of enemies. Axe the other one to further interrupt the flow of enemies. And then with him it's Concoct. It doesn't cost you any SP, it costs you resources. So you have medicinal components of different volumes, so it kind of affects... Mild medicinal component will make a small healing item, blah blah blah. The injurious versions are for attacking your enemies. So I'm going to go for a small volume. And I will go for Restore Spirit, because it will restore SP, your spirit points. I don't remember what the actual words are, but Boom Jams, and it restores her SP. And it's... Instead of having to, like, burn items... He just makes them on the fly, which you burn resources that you acquire a crap ton of those, and they're really cheap in stores. So I think price point wise, it is cheaper to use his Concoct than it is to buy the items. But in all honesty, I don't use his Concoct abilities for small things. I will only use it if I have like a big amount of HP, or like a boss just hit us all with an AoE, then I'll use his Concoct to do a big field style healing. Or if there's a whole lot of enemies, I can do AoE damages on them. So it's just, I find it useful, but I use it very situationally. Which makes it sound like a detraction on his case, but it's not, because it's very, very useful. It has saved me from fights before, because bosses have hit me with AoE debuffs, and I used him to get rid of the debuffs, and he's... I would call him one of my core main important guys, because I've been saved from a lot of fights. You need a healer, but unless you go and specifically get the devoted healer... He's actually one of the best healers you can have initially. You guys gotta be weak to arrows, right? Your birdie things. Yeah! Now if that attack would just hit better, use your dagger. They're also vulnerable to dagger, which we just saw. If you beat a fight without getting hit, you get bonus money. If you beat a fight without... I don't remember the rules. Basically, if you end a fight in the first turn perfectly, you get a bonus to all of your stuff. You are wearing a leather vest. Let's upgrade it to a bronze vest. And let's check the shop. Buy... Yeah, Healing Grape by itself, which restores an amount of HP, is 50. Whereas the Soothing Seed... well, I mean, that's 45. So I guess it is cheaper, because the Soothing Seed is 5 and the Essence of Grape is 40. So, you know, it's only 45 if you buy one of each. But I would guesstimate that the bonus comes from Herb of Healing. Yeah, you know, let's go ahead and buy... How much money do we have? Let's buy 10. Same thing. Let's buy 10. Let's get these. Let's buy 10. Buy 1. Buy 8. Just so we have them on hand. Buy 7. Those ones I'm not going to worry about. Sell. I like that the game has some items that you can just be like, hey, this is garbage. Feel free to sell it. I like selling fluff, I guess is the way I'll phrase it. Items that are entirely existent to be sold. Whoop. Got one more wave of Bat Boys. Hannah goes first. I think... Let's go ahead and just use a power. Of course she missed the first 2 waves, because it wouldn't be Hannah if she didn't. Take out that. Are you weak to axe? I don't think so, because normally like you'll see it pop up really quick. But yeah, untouched is for getting not injured, so you get the plus stuff. Break is for breaking your opponent's shield, so you get bonus experience. And domination is for beating them in a single turn. and that gives you extra job points. Speaking of job points, Alfyn has enough that he should be able to get a new skill. I love amputation because it's just a big, high damage chop on a single enemy. Actually, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick little grind. Like, I'm not even gonna time lapse this because I only need another 13 job points for Alfyn.
Got better things to do.
And I would like to get his AoE axe attack. Because if memory serves, the Viper we're going to face has little minions around him. I think he summons red Vipers. If memory serves.
Where's the nearest tavern?
How many job points does this net me? Oh, 14? Boom jams. That was the only fight I needed. Which I might have run into a fight between here and the guy anyways. So, you know, was that necessary? Maybe. But Last Stand is an AoE attack. So, and I think it says dealing damage inversely proportional to your current HP. So the lower his HP is, the higher damage his axe strike does. Something to think about. And he just gains SP whenever he attacks, which is really quite convenient. Let's go ahead and save, because we hadn't quite saved yet. Now let's go take on our boss. These are the flowers we needed to find, because these are the flowers that the little kid went to fetch us because they're so pretty. And she went to the cave to fetch the pretty flowers for us. And there was a big pissed off snake. Look at him. I don't know how he didn't just kill the little kid, because he's huge and we're teeny. So, like, why didn't it just bite and also eat her? He's a snake. Biting and eating makes sense. Oh, we're out of SP. Oops. Beast lore. Summon beast. Yeah, you attack all. Are they vulnerable to arrows? The minions are. Oh, poison breath. Thanks, game. Thief skills. Let's see if you're weak to dagger. You are. That's convenient. And you've got your little minions in the back annoying me. And we're going to use Alfyn to concoct.
Try this.
Inspiring Bomb Plus. Oh, I just made a more powerful version. That was unnecessary because her SP is only... Let's do big Arrow Storm attack. Because taking care of minions can really sway the battle.
Shucks.
Minions can get real nasty, so our HP is about half. Let's go ahead and do a big ol' choppy axe swing. His minions aren't vulnerable to axe? I am actually surprised by that. You're not vulnerable to sword. Sword would be to the left of axe. So that's another thing to remember, is they organize the vulnerable chart the exact same across all enemies. So normally sword would be to the left of axe. It's not there, meaning he's not vulnerable to axe. So let's get him close to breaking with our dagger. That way, if this turn he does some kind of... Let's go for axe chops on taking out these minions.
Shucks.
Axe chop on these minions. And then let's do an HP thief and break his armor. Now we will have Hannah hit him with the Laughing Hyena. Big old damage. Does the poison stay forever? Should I have healed it by now? I don't know. Let's have him do an HP thief. And then let's have Alfyn do a supercharged amputation. No, we'll do the axe one because our HP is kind of low. I assumed that was good. Constrict, who's he constricting? That's okay. The Viper is waiting to strike. That's bad. That means I should have taken care of him by now. So let's concoct purifying poison. Yeah, let's heal our health, get rid of the poison. Can't get rid of Therians. Oh, this dude's doing a whole bunch of attacks in the same turn. That's rude. I really wish that you were vulnerable to arrows. What happens if I hit him with this?
Better than a snare.
It affects next turn, but not this turn, it would appear.
What's the big idea?
So he's constricting. AoE strike. Therian. Oh, they're unconscious is what they're classified as.
So I will not be thy prey.
Gee, that was rude. Okay, so let's do item. Herb of, which is the one that undoes the unconsciousness. Who's up next? Therian? Yeah. Therian, do a bunch of little dagger strikes. This dude's low on HP. Sweep. Not a big deal. Now our Alfyn's in the red, so... yeah. Let's go ahead and break him. Oh, and defeat him. Boom jams. That would be victory. Alfyn leveled up. Therian has hit 500 on his job point, so we'll be able to get a new ability for him. And now we take the poison out of revenge, head back to town, make the concoction for the little sister. She turns her fever breaks, and everything works out right. And he wants to return home and rest, but first learn skills. You... what do I want? Shackle foe. Yeah, we'll go for... no, let's go for armor corrosive and weaken enemies' defenses, because there are some tanky foes in our future. Fleetfoot is just increased speed, so he'll be able to attack faster and more often, which I am in full support of. Where is Alfyn's home? Over here? Take a short rest. Yes. And he goes and realizes that he wants to travel the world and heal all of everybody, because his mentor, the guy talking, is basically a traveling apothecary who doesn't charge people unless they have money for it. Like, he's a non-greedy. And he's, I think that's his grave site. No, that's his mother's site. But either way, we have managed to finish Alfyn's quest, and now he is going to be a permanent member of our party. And this is also a good time to end the episode. So for now, guys, I will say thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.